Lords and ladies, welcome back to MyStreet 5 years later with your host, Jacob Butter, who really needs to invest in some new theme music because I realized just how bare bones that seems considering the people actually finding these streams now. So, yes, welcome everyone to MyStreet 5 years later once again. Today we shall be tackling Xavier's plan. I don't really have much of a segue today because, quite frankly, I haven't been able to think of one. Most of my day is presented by the Mutant Girl, so yeah, bit of an announcement to make for Walking Wednesday, but I'll get to that in due time. For now, I have one guest who I was stalling for time for at the moment. One guest who quite quickly appears just out of the blue, there's possibly messaging me slightly before and or after the streams take place. And that, of course, is our usual guest, Aiden Ghosty.
Aiden the Ghosty.
I love doing
Ghosty the best.
I love doing descriptions that could apply to like two different people, just to do subvert once again. Anywho.
Also, I've come to watch this because this series is already bloated enough with two antagonists. Let's see how it devolves from here.
Yeah, by the way, the description of this video, which I've just noticed right now, the title is actually wrong on this stream. It says Gar's confession we're watching Xavier's plan. I'll fix that later. For now, let's say that the description in this video just says there's more going on. Because that's just what we needed in Falcon Core University. More things going on.
Oh, this has the same problem as Lion Gate. Too much stuff, not enough space.
I guess that
It's like
I guess that means that
it's like going to your hoarded grandma's house on a Sunday.
I guess that means that Lion Gate is slightly more accurate than you originally thought.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Which, by the way, Ghosty, since you've seen like how things have been devolving, right? How on Gacha review, I mean, with the Gacha shipper requesting that I stop reviewing her stuff, then the whole falling out with Jax and everything. So basically,
Actually, no.
and the deletion of Adam Code Purple.
Though, like, I was there for the Adam Code Purple one. As for Jax, not to be rude, but I kind of saw that coming.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I anticipated that he was going to mess up at some point. I don't know he was going to explode in such a degree, but then again, guy has, selective amnesia, so I guess I should have seen that one coming too. Either way, point is that with all of those possibilities gone, I need a new punching bag show, I need to have more stuff that's presented that's just terrible. I need terribleness in its purest form. So actually, I got a request yesterday to because there's a new person in my chat who came in and said, "Oh, I'm a gacha tuber as well." So I'm like, okay, well, I've made loads of videos, and I said, "Oh, well, that's great. So I guess I'll check some of them out. Not today because they're 5 years later, but tomorrow." And turns out their channel has nothing on it, and all they said afterwards was in 4 weeks. It's like, not even 4 weeks, in 4 week. That was the only comment. I was like, in 4 weeks, what? What am I supposed to do with that? So who knows? Basically, what I'm trying to get at is that with all of those things in mind, tomorrow I might do a Lion Gate review. Depends on how stressed I am as well, because William has dropped out of the Mutant Girl editing team.
Oh
And
no.
I got back. He was in charge of the longest scene of the remake, which then now falls onto me to do. So yeah, I'm spending the past couple of days learning Fire Alpaca. So depending on I feel like to de-stress, Lion Gate will not be the proper thing, but depends on how I'm feeling. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. But I guess
Get ready for characters changing outfit every other scene.
yeah. which I normally wouldn't mind, but if it takes place on the same day, why? No to become my brother. Anyway.
Get ready to become a Vegas showgirl in gotcha form.
Okie dokie. Right.
Changing outfits every other moment of the day.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, Xavier's plan. Let's go. Without further ado, on with the review.
Oh, look, they're hanging out together.
I know, right? How scandalous for both of them at this point.
Nice posters.
Thanks.
Oh, right. It's here we finally acknowledge the poster's been there and has been bothering both of us for the entirety of the series.
Are they
Like-
mostly yours?
Mostly hers.
They would be. I would. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Terra as well.
Yeah.
Yep, my roommate doesn't mind. She watched Princess Mononoke with me, and I'm trying to get her into Boku no Hero Academia.
Please,
My
call it
Hero
My Hero
Academia.
Academia.
Well, see, no, she just corrected herself right there because apparently saying the Japanese title is so embarrassing.
No, it's just most people don't know the Japanese title of most shows.
I mean, I feel like the words hero and academia would be, you know, a giveaway.
Yeah, after all, there are a lot of animes that have academia in it.
No, I can think of Little Witch Academia as well, but that's it. Off the top of my head, nothing else springs to mind.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hold on.
I was about to say Celestial Academia, but that's a gacha series or a gacha mini movie. I forgot. It's on my list. Anyway, that's actually one of the jokes that I remembered from that I was anticipating like the whole series through. Like one of those random snippets from Falcon Claw that actually did stick with me. Because I guess I don't know. Partly because I was also like this is like what prompted me to look up when My Hero Academia actually came out, but also why aphmau would be so embarrassed to say like the title in Japanese, as if, you know, as if Aaron doesn't already know that she is probably one of the biggest weebs in MyStreet, I'd say. Possibly. Then again, I guess aphmau's whole attitude towards being a weeb in the first place, if you see from season 1, and how she reflected that onto Caitlyn, being like, it's okay, you can let go, you can embrace that side of yourself.
Also, Jacob,
you.
it is confirmed that Travis likes magical girl shows, so there might be 2 weebs on MyStreet.
That is true. I do remember also that one of the first jokes in Phoenix Drop High was the fact that aphmau immediately during like the club scene said, "Oh wow, they've got an anime club," and then Travis goes, "Oh, you're that kind of nerd, are you?"
No,
So
like
yeah, I
don't
guess aphmau just
knock
still
it.
embarrassed.
I was also I was an anime club in high school. In fact, I still have the club T-shirt somewhere.
I think my school was too small to warrant an anime club, honestly. Oh well, I had enough anyway by being like the school's resident Potterhead by a large margin.
I mostly kept my fandoms to myself.
I didn't have that many fandoms, so I guess the one fandom that I really did have at the time, I fully announced, because I'm pretty sure I got into MyStreet like at the tail end of secondary school, so I didn't get too many chances to mention at that point. And then afterwards, no one would have got it anyway. So.
And then there's also Code Lyoko, which, you know, isn't a fandom, it's a lifestyle. Once you get into the Code Lyoko fandom, there's no getting out of the Code Lyoko fandom.
That's exactly what I was as I was trying to get my Spanish friends to embrace when we were over in Paris. And I made an effort to literally drag them over to the factory.
It's like,
which was on the opposite side of the city.
Once you become part of the Homestuck fandom, you are going to visit that fandom once a year every 4/13 to celebrate the honor of the fandom.
I guess you could almost say the same thing for MyStreet.
Yeah.
Or can you really? Because the reason I started 5 years later was to actually get people to talk about the old stuff as well and like rally up once more in whatever small capacity I could.
Now, let's get into the plan of the new antagonist that this series didn't need. Like, this
Precisely.
season didn't need.
Mhm.
That is.
Good! I mean, you should try it sometime.
Yes, once it comes out in like 6 years.
Maybe I will. Wait, is that?
Once it comes out in 6 years.
And that's the manga was 6 years after this is set. The anime was 8 years.
aphmau is a time traveler confirmed. She
Yeah.
travels through the timeline to watch the newest shoujo anime.
Woof!
Yeah.
I do remember that aphmau mentioned that around this time, My Hero Academia was like the only super popular shonen shoujo, whatever you want to call it, that she could really mention that everyone in her audience would recognize, which is one of the things that she used to do, like back in MyStreet season 1 and parts of 2, where she would reference in posters or a bunch of other stuff, things like Attack on Titan or whatever other releases
let's
around that
not
time.
forget Pop Senpai Levi just hanging on the wall that she would occasionally talk to.
Oh no, I will never forget Levi. You know me. Yeah.
I'll never forget Levi. I need to get you to watch Attack on Titan,
That's
so
a good point.
like.
Yeah, I promised that I was going to watch through all of Miraculous with Maya. So yeah, we started on that yesterday. I only got through one episode, so so it's an okay start. Had fun times for all, except for half of Paris, which ended up going to the stratosphere and almost suffocating in the first episode, and the
Trust
two
me,
superheroes started partying.
It gets better and or worse from here.
Yeah,
depending on if you turn your brain off to consume your media.
Yeah, see that well, I mean, you know that I just don't have that switch anymore. So I'm fully prepared to experience that, because I mean, again, I got lucky because while I was on holiday during the summer, there were a few episodes that were on, and also I'm watching one episode was at my nan's house, which happened to be the Origins episode, so I got the best possible introduction. But all those episodes were actually like the tamer ones. Like they weren't the ones that people seem to be like, oh wow, this shows what a kind of a horrifying dystopian nightmare it is to be around Marinette. So
yeah, there were a few good episodes, especially in season 1.
I think I got
but
those episodes.
once you get past season 1, it is a roller coaster. I stopped hate watching Miraculous Ladybug a long time ago. I think right around the middle of season 2.
Okay, fair enough.
So let me tell you, you're in for a treat. It gets more unhinged from here.
Fair enough. At least it's not Velma.
Yep, that's Wolf, all right. Aaron, you okay?
Yeah.
Oh no, she called a wolf plush woof. What horror.
It's just.
I think it's cute.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it's cute. Why is he so like shocked?
Friend?
No, I'm not expecting anyone.
Is your roommate back? Remember you have one of those? I'm not expecting anyone. She comes back from class all the time, even if she's late because she forgot something.
To be honest, if it was Tara, I reckon she'd be shouting to get aphmau to open the door at this point.
aphmau, open up!
Oh, never mind. Now she does it. Fantastic. Way to make me look like an idiot.
I forgot my key! Okay,
Top
it's only
10
Tara.
Jacob Letter predictions.
Yep. Oh, I thought it was only going to happen in Gacha. Why? Oh yeah, wait. Actually, it has happened in 5 years later several times.
Mate.
Yeah, one sec.
It's even happened to things that you haven't watched before. Like, I think the one thing unexpected that I ever got you with was Ulrich going back to grab the vase once he left the attic. For some reason, that's the thing that surprised you.
Yeah, because that's the thing that people just often overlook. It's like, oh, just forget to do that, but no.
Why did you lock the door?
Like, you mentioned that Ulrich was a noble character, so why would he not go back and get the vase?
Because he was shocked by what he had just discovered.
Why did you have
And?
to creepily turn the knob like that?
How would you prefer to have turned it slowly?
Because I thought the door was open! Why would I leave the door open if I was alone?
Also,
You're
why
right.
would it be locked?
I don't know.
Would you...
I don't know. The door to my room locks automatically, so I don't know.
That's like a recipe for one of my murder Netflix shows.
Like, in that case, why would she not, like, bring the key with her?
Because it's Terra.
Oh, but I see you're not alone.
Oh, you have another lone buddy. Wrong character. I don't care. It was a funny joke.
Am I interrupting something?
We've
What
already
was-
done this scene.
Excuse me?
This was one of the earliest episodes when Terra like actually, comes in and like sees them hang out together.
I know, but did you catch that sound effect though?
Oh yeah.
Why?
I
Can we get
I
a
guess.
replay on that sound effect, please?
Okay, yeah. I'll. Okay, here we go.
Ooh, but I see you're not alone. Am I interrupting something?
Ah, of course. Good old Cupid's arrow.
We are
Right.
just friends,
Why that
Terra.
sound effect? No, you're not just friends. Admit it to yourself.
My goodness. Again, this really is like being back in season 1.
aphmau just isn't dating Aaron because the age gap is strange. But even then, isn't aphmau technically an adult now?
Yeah, she's 18. It says so on graduation days.
Whatever. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to explain. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just going to be over here on my bed, reading this book.
Of
She's
course.
going
I'm not doing anything at all. No, of course not. No, please continue to be to just whatever you were doing before. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, might I say, is she wearing pink shorts with blue boots?
I'll
and
check in a
white
second.
shirt?
I'm more distracted by the fact that she thinks that reading a book like this doesn't immediately arouse suspicion. No one puts a book right up to their face like this. They usually like have it like here, so they can look down. If you do it like this, then you're obviously going to be like, oh wow, I'm just going to peek now. That's the only reason you would do that.
I mean, I don't mind as long as she isn't watching.
Oh my word! Yeah, I did it again. Did her head just like unscrew and like go upwards like that? I think she just became Lesser Dog from Undertale.
Oh, I see a dog.
Us.
We're not one of your Netflix shows, Terra. You could be.
No, we're on Amazon Prime. Excuse you.
Ugh.
That's not even a joke. You can find the show on Amazon Prime, those lords and ladies.
Hey, how about we head to the cafe?
Sounds great.
Like, I was shocked to
darn it.
find this show on Amazon Prime. This is the last thing I expected to find there.
Oh wow, they've gone to hiding out in
Sorry
public.
about
They're being
that.
bold.
Don't worry about it.
Terra's desperate
I'm
to
gonna
find
be right
someone for
back. I'm
herself,
gonna get
and
some more water.
Okay, good idea.
sometimes she likes to live through me. But at the same time,
What name a friend of yours that doesn't like to live through you, aphmau?
she's contributing to the problem I have.
What problem? Is something going on?
No, it's,
You can talk to me about anything.
it's about lady problems.
Oh, you mean,
I mean, kind of. I see what she's like, insinuating, and I see why she phrased it that way, but that's kind of like, that's a half truth.
time of the month?
What? Yes, that's what I meant.
See, and you bring back the time of the month joke from graduation days. See, I don't know what Antonio, whoever it was thinking. It does work if you're a guy.
I have no idea how to handle that. Or how to give you advice, but, since we've, known each other for so long...
Oh my Irene, are you?
Look, you're the only person I'd ever talk to about something like that, okay?
I could, yeah, that makes perfect sense, of course. Who else would Aaron talk to about this kind of thing?
Hey?
Aw, Aaron.
But if it's personal, I don't want to ask, but if you need help, know I'm here.
Aaron, that's really sweet of you to offer, and I'll keep that in mind for sure. But it's personal for now.
I can respect that.
You just missed a whole time of the month discussion.
Oh, I'm glad I missed that, actually.
Yeah, they brought back the period thing from graduation days.
So,
Yes? What about Wolf?
I'm kind of surprised you still have Wolf.
I'm kind of surprised you gave it such a basic name. I know it's cute, but still, was there like any thought put into that? It's like, what's... Okay, look, here's my duck plush. Quack! Come on.
After...
I do have a stuffed animal from when I was a kid named Big Purple Bear, who is literally a big purple bear.
I guess that is fair. Actually, to be honest, I have a stuffed dog named Gopher, so whatever.
All these years.
Oh, well,
But they didn't name the bear Growl.
Wolf has really helped me through a lot, you know?
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't have passed werewolf class. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have graduated high school without Wolf. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Kind of like I can talk to Wolf about anything.
Even the monthly?
You're bad!
I don't think, actually, I highly doubt that Wolf would take the monthly thing seriously.
No, Wolf would just be the type of girl-boy genderless thing to roll its eyes and be like, okay, this is happening. Can it not, please?
Of course.
Just teasing you.
I thought we were past that.
Maybe you are, but you're fun to tease.
So are you, buttface.
Did you just call me a butt face? You haven't said that to my face since werewolf class. Stupid potato.
Oh no, how dare he hang out with another woman? I shall have my revenge. 3, 2, oh, right. And off she goes.
Shall we?
I think, shall we what?
Red flag.
Oh. I
Aaron's
haven't
hanging out with another woman.
Sorry, I haven't done that in ages. I'm out of practice. Okay, here we go. Right.
Aaron hanging out with another girl whom he considers a friend. He must be cheating on me with her.
Of course, there's no other possible reason, Why would people with, different parts want to ever socialize at all for any reason? Other than matters concerning said parts. Anyways, this is Aiden telling me that the one Music Freak spoiler that I have, because I still haven't watched that whole show, the one spoiler I have is in episode 5, 2 characters seem like they're kissing, and then the other one misunderstands, a third one misunderstands that, there's a whole falling out, which he very much hates, and so do I. So I look forward to
The
that whenever
kissing
that happens.
thing, I'd understand, but you just caught sight of Aaron with someone who he has already identified whom is his friend.
Mm-hmm.
And she got mad anyway?
Yes. Oh my word! I just realized that's how I could do. That's how I could go back to the Music Freaks. I started reviewing that on the Butter Bunch, and I thought, well, there's no point putting the re-uploads. They're already edited on the main channel. But actually, if I put the first 2 episodes of this in one video, then I can actually just do the rest of them live on both channels. 2 birds, 1 stone. I get the watch hours. Okay, just solved that quandary in my head. I'm glad I brought this up.
2 birds with one suspiciously big rock.
They never said how small the stone had to be to kill the 2 birds. That's always been vague.
You just picked up a boulder and hucked it at this bird.
Good time.
Same. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just after the whole thing with my friend.
What is that person doing in the right hand corner? What is she holding?
Actually, it looks like she's holding a pink camcorder, which is technology accurate to the times.
Yeah, fair enough. Actually, yeah. I was gonna say I have one that looks the same, except for it's not pink, so it's less interesting.
Friend yesterday.
I know, but she has a pink camcorder, and everybody else be out here with smartphones?
Yeah. I got this as a Reyes present. Problem is the sound doesn't sync up, so I barely ever used it. Oh well. Oh, and apparently it won't close anymore. Fantastic.
Today. I just hope we're still friends.
I'm not gonna get into it, unless you want me to, but my best advice is to just talk to them.
Yeah, I will. Thanks again, Aaron. I had a wonderful time.
Same. Maybe we do this again sometime?
Yeah, I'll text you, okay?
Just remember the 3 T's. Talk, trust, and tampons. I mean, the 2 T's. Talks and trust. Yes.
No phone.
I swear, I'm gonna help you get a phone someday.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Fine. See you later, Aaron.
See ya, Af.
Hey, honey!
Jenny,
Missed me?
what are you doing here?
I just wanted to see if you missed me, that's all.
So,
I saw you
what have
hanging
you
out.
been up to?
I saw you hanging out with another girl. Are you cheating on me?
Well, I mean, I must say, Jenny, be careful because that girl is the daughter of the OG yandere, so watch out.
Also,
Well, not the
I couldn't help
OG yandere, but definitely Anchan.
Hmm.
but notice you were hanging out with aphmau.
Yeah, I was.
Do you have to say a name like that with aphmau? Ugh.
Why is that important?
Oh, I was just
This is making conversation. Like, I know that Jenny's getting at something, but from Aaron's perspective, Jenny's trying to make conversation. It's like, why is that important? Like, come on.
wondering why you weren't hanging out with me.
Because you weren't there, genius. What are you like? What? What is
Because I
this
wanted
question?
to hang out with someone whom I acknowledge as a good friend. Someone who is
Yeah.
not you because you're my significant other and I can, hang out with you constantly if I wanted to.
But why don't you choose me all the time, every single time? Okay, so people watching this, watching either on stream or on the VOD, you can't see when this happens because the screen gets blocked. I can see because I have access to like backstage cameras, and when that song is playing, I just see Ghosty going.
It's catchy.
It's catchy.
Because I wanted to hang out with her.
I've noticed that whenever you get the chance to, you constantly hang around her.
Oh, for
Because
crying out
she's
loud.
my
Ah. They take my curse off the button, Jenny. Good grief.
Because she's my friend?
What about
Don't
me,
worry.
Aaron? Every
Oh,
time
so
we
you
hang
want to
out
know what the red flag counter is at now?
Go on.
36.
I forgot that it got that high because it's been so long since we had one of these reviews.
together, it's never as long as when you hang out with her.
Wait,
I've been timing that because that's a thing people do. 37. Anyway.
were you stalking us?
No, I saw you at the
Yes.
cafe and then happened upon you just now.
And I was able to determine the time that you spent hanging out with her just based on that one observation alone. Because that makes perfect sense.
I'm not that creepy.
Okay.
And then she's holding up a notepad like, you guys left the cafe, and then you took a walk, and then you talked about life and stuff for a whole 15 minutes.
Uh-huh, yes. 8:15 a.m. Aaron enters cafe with aphmau. 8:17. Aaron orders caramel macchiato for both of them. 8:18. aphmau throws caramel macchiato out of window because Luca appears and she can't be seen having coffee. 8:25. Aaron and aphmau leave coffee shop. I don't know.
I'm just legitimately curious, Aaron.
Oh wait, sorry. No, I read that wrong. Hold on, let me do that again. 8:15. There we go.
Why don't you hang
No,
around
lie,
me as
she's
long as you
giving
do?
terrible vibes. I'd rather have the dynamic they had before when, you know, the other girl was the main villain and not whoever the Xander is. Xavier?
Yeah, Xavier. He hasn't even appeared in the episode yet. This is meant to be his plan. This episode is called Xavier's Plan. Ignore the title of the stream for now. This episode is called Xavier's Plan, and we haven't even seen a plan for Xavier.
Her.
Unless
because-
Xavier's plan is to, you know,
Disappear.
take Aaron's yandere girlfriend from him. In that case, please do. This is obviously really unhealthy for the both of them.
That that's not even being like scheming. That's just helping out a friend. at
She's
that
been my
point.
friend for a long time, and I'm comfortable around her. Which
He
brings
thinks
me to
he's
another
scheming,
thing.
but he
I
isn't.
wanted to
Hmm.
talk to you about our relationship. I don't.
I don't care. I'm just frustrated. I'm out. I'll see you later, honey.
Oh no, she's running off of being all emotional despite the fact that he did nothing wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate this.
Wait,
We're now up to 38.
Didn't we start doing the counter like 2 or 3 episodes ago? Some of which it didn't even feature Jenny as a character.
Yeah? Yeah, I think it started at the episode before the beach episode.
Oh right, okay, that was a while ago, but not too long ago.
By the way, were there any more red flags last episode? Did a black silhouette just pop out of the bushes?
I guess maybe this is Xavier now. His plan was to perfect the perfect camouflage.
In that case, it wasn't even perfect. I would see a black silhouette from a mile away.
I mean,
Unless
I
this is
definitely,
supposed to be some sort of camera thing.
I think it is meant to be a camera thing. If it was a black silhouette in the middle of a sea of green, I think that's when it would stand out. It's kind of like if someone wears like military camouflage in just
Like
the desert
green
or
military camouflage in the desert.
yeah, it's like no one will find me here.
Like, I actually have something to say about this. You know, I did something similar for my Halloween gotcha video, I think. With the werewolf silhouette going in front of the camera to indicate transition.
Ah, yes.
If you're going to have a shadow standing in front of the camera, then make sure there isn't any other color around that shadow that stands out because they're close to the camera. You're supposed to, internalize that they're close to the camera, and that's why they're blacked out. It is a camera trick. But, he's standing in front of a green hedge, and we can see the particles from the hedge behind him. So he's just standing out in the middle of nowhere wearing a jet black costume in the middle of the day.
Yeah, to be honest, what could have worked is just blur the focus a bit, so that the particles don't stand out as much.
Ugh. Why am I letting myself stay in this mess of a situation?
I don't know. That's a good question. We've got 4 more episodes to deal with it, but
Why?
there's more going
I
on.
want friends. I want...
I never thought of that. I guess just to be nice to me. To help me feel loved when I don't love myself.
That's right. That's what I want. I want friends. I mean friends! Friends! Multiple friends!
And I'm not getting that. Not in this relationship. If I can even call it that. I'm gonna tell her I can't do this anymore.
Good! Get out of there! Run as fast as you can!
Get out!
Run as fast as those jeans and run as fast as those jeans can carry you.
Yeah, and your ultimate genes as well.
Gosh, run as fast as those ultimate jeans can carry you.
Hey, Aaron, I'm sorry about yesterday. I know I kinda came off rude, but I really just wanted an answer.
He
Yes,
was
we
hanging
got-
out with his friend, and you came up angry like a rabid manticore and was like, I saw you hanging out with another woman, Aaron.
Yeah.
Are
if
you
want
mad
to-
at me?
If you want an answer, ask normally. Oh god, that face. Right, here we go. I think that's 40 now, right?
39.
Okay.
Yeah, it's no problem. Jenny, can I talk to you in private?
Huh? Sure.
Wait, Betty. Why can't you talk to her in front
Wait,
of us?
actually, can I say something?
Yeah.
It wasn't until Xavier was introduced as an antagonist that Jenny really started to take a nosedive as a character.
Yeah,
From
it wasn't
sweet-
really.
From sweet romantic rival of aphmau to a insane ex.
It wasn't until Xavier was introduced the character either that the whole anonymous letters thing really got dropped, and it seemed to just stop affecting people, except for this one scene where aphmau was talking about like how how she's having these personal problems and stuff, which I'm convinced she only didn't tell Aaron just to not worry him, because at this point she's perfectly happy to lock herself in a room with a boy and also be seen in public with the exact same boy. So I don't know.
Because it's between us and...
You always act like you're trying to get rid of us. Why is
Since when? When does he always act like that?
that? Do you not like me?
I never said
Ooh, careful, Kathy. You're slipping.
that.
I've said it before, but you would think your boyfriend would be more
It's
into his
okay.
girlfriend.
We got two. It's okay, Jacob. We have two antagonists. One
Do you think-
antagonist flipping up isn't worth anything.
Do you think that at this point is when Jess started to panic and she realized that she's had barely had any foreshadowing for this twist, and so only now, after the letter thing has almost been dropped entirely because of Xavier and his plan and whatever, that she decides, oh, let's actually hint at something because you said me and not us.
that's
that,
right.
and I also think that this is the point where aphmau, really start to panic because she accidentally pigeonholed herself with two antagonists.
Yep.
That's...
So what episode did Xavier even appear first in? Was it like 25 or 26 or something? Maybe 24. Way too late.
Not the point.
I kinda see both sides.
I just don't see why he doesn't like me.
Maybe because you're causing a
think it's
scene
fun.
right now.
I think it's
Very
fun
good.
to watch. I think it's fun to watch this series fall apart at the seams.
See, that's kind of what I would just think. 'Cause, like, I talked to Maya recently because I once again went through. We both went through like our preferred seasons of MyStreet, and I mentioned that my least favorite was still 2, because despite a really good beginning and a really good end, most of it was, well, either not as strong or please God no. So yeah, and that's what kind of swayed me. And then I thought, but of course, because, but in, and for her, season 3 ended up being one of her least favorites because of the breakup between aphmau and Aaron, which happens in the penultimate episode. Which says to me that people tend to latch on to the endings of these seasons and have that be what determines like their full judgment of them. Which also, I guess, explains Emerald's Secret. Everyone remembers the last 5 episodes, and they all still complain at me, even when they watch me react to the middle portion and the beginning portion all the way through, and still wonder why it is that I don't think it's a stronger season overall. Because
Wait.
overall, it's not.
Jacob, does that mean I can hop into the beginning of Monster Compendium, have a strong finale, and just have a bunch of filler in the middle?
Technically, yes. I don't see why not.
Screw it. Who needs plot? People attached to the finales anyway.
Yeah, just have a literal monster of the week situation, and just go for that.
I'll pull his Steven universe. I'll have a monster of the week until the final episode of the season where I'm finally going to introduce the overarching story.
Also, I've been told that My Little Pony works the same way, where the first and last episodes are important to the lore, and then everything else in between just isn't. I can't confirm that, but that's what I've heard. So that's me realize, yeah, I guess everyone just remembers the finale, because Aiden's been saying this whole time that Falcon Claw will eventually ruin itself, and I've been waiting for the moment when it does. Obviously, the casting of Xavier was the tipping point for watching the whole thing ruin itself, but then again, that means that there had to be something to ruin in the first place. I feel like not enough people, does the things like overall. It's like Phoenix Drop Days. Phoenix Drop Days had the worst finale ever conceived by humans, and yet,
I thought Phoenix Drop Days was pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Every episode up until that point, there was some stronger ones, some lesser, but I was having a really good time going through that show until the literal final episode. But I still made a point to say that, the finale was very weak, but the show overall, I enjoyed. So there we go. I think I've finally, after doing this for like 3 years, finally determined what it is that, according to other people, makes or breaks aphmau's content, and why that always differs from me.
It's the finales.
Okay. God, I'm looking forward to episode 30.
Whoa. I think we should all go outside and get some fresh air. Maybe a picnic? Come on.
What are you, Cat Valentine?
No, she's trying to defuse the situation. That was an awkward laugh.
Yeah, it's indistinguishable from like the rest of Betty's performance. Because I mean, Betty is like a really funny character, but you gotta admit, but compared to like the rest of the cast, she is very, very monotone. So that could have very easily just been her genuine laugh.
Come on, Aaron.
I just realized something. I should just have like an audio clip of Cat Valentine laughing. So if there's like a really unfunny joke happens, like just play that as the sarcastic laugh.
Jenny, I need to have a serious conversation with you.
Yeah?
Yes. Jenny, I just like you as a friend.
Huh? You mean a girlfriend?
What? Oh, you want the flag? Okay, here we go.
Think about it. She's trying to redirect in the conversation in a way she wants because she knows it's serious.
I thought she was just being an idiot, but fair enough.
Right?
No, just as a friend.
Ah, right! Because that's better to start off with than a girlfriend.
Not inaccurate, but you're not going anywhere else, so irrelevant.
I understand. Oh, for a second there, thought you were breaking up with me.
That's the thing, we never...
Well.
I mean, it's not like you never. You said yes to her.
Welly, what's going on here?
Did he just say welly? Also, Xavier, what on earth are you doing here now? It's 3/4 of the video have passed in with your name as the title. This is worse than season 2 of Phoenix Job High.
Oh, hey, Xavier!
Hey, babe.
Here we go.
Actually, you know what? He might actually be doing exactly what you said. You might have predicted this, Ghosty. He might be
I
doing
haven't
Aaron a
even
solid here.
watched this season yet. Why am I predicting this?
Welcome to my life with Gotcha.
What?
What? Oh, was that too much? Sorry, didn't mean to kiss your sweetie, Aaron.
No, please,
Just
take
thought
her. I can't get her away from me.
Cutie like this deserves to be appreciated by all.
You'll learn soon enough, Xavier. You'll learn soon enough.
Okay.
Wait, actually, could you imagine if, like, Xavier's, like, karmic punishment throughout, like, at the end of the series, like, his comeuppance as an antagonist was dating Jenny?
That actually would be some pretty good comeuppance.
Hey?
So, what were we discussing?
Jenny and I were just trying to have a private moment.
Yes, but we're also having a picnic. Would you like to join?
Wait, well, if it involves
Yeah, where's the food? What kind of picnic is this? What?
you,
Like,
For
truth
sure.
is, her friends are having a picnic. They're over here trying to have a private conversation.
Yeah.
This way!
Also, there was
What the-
foreshadowing, but all the foreshadowing was subtle.
What just happened?
Mr. Steal Your Girl came in and stole the wrong girl.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I just realized as well. Avoiding the end of the conversation just to prolong the rest of the nose due to the first place. All right.
What was that for?
Huh?
Jenny deliberately like ended the conversation as quickly as possible, indulged Xavier just to get away from Aaron actually breaking up with her. Another diversionary tactic.
I didn't know he was in the same class as Aaron.
Ugh, I
Well, he busted pulls
hope
and
Aaron
strings.
doesn't mind.
As I think he was in a previous episode.
I just want him to get a little jealous. Just for him to look at me.
Ah, yes. Get a you know what a great way to keep your boyfriend interested. Make him jealous. as just a PSA, can people please stop doing this? Making your significant other jealous does not attract them more to you. It just incites negative emotions into them in general, especially if it's done deliberately. Like, what are you trying to prove? That the person that has made a commitment to you is still committed?
Even then, there's other ways to prove that.
In fact, it's not even that. It's just like you're testing how much they take your own commitment seriously, whereas that was never in question in the first place until you questioned it. It's like,
That's right. Get angry, Aaron. I'm going
He's not even
to
angry. In fact, I think he's actually happy to be sitting away from that nutcase.
one of the actual good things those things I like about Xavier is the fact that he made this mistake in the first place because of how forward Jenny is. He assumes that she's the one that Aaron is most interested in, and therefore that's who would be most angry. But again, he's inadvertently doing Aaron a huge favor this whole time.
expose you for what you are.
Xavier,
What was
honey?
that? Nothing.
Xavier, why are you muttering to yourself? No reason, baby.
So mysterious. Like she would actually say that. It's like, isn't he so mysterious, Aaron?
Oh, thanks.
Hey,
That sounded like a sigh of relief to me.
What do you want?
I'm sorry.
Sorry? For what?
About Jenny. Her using Xavier to make you jealous.
Oh yeah, not about myself and what I did to you before. Which again is on brand for Kathy because now she's realizing that, blatantly stating that that's what Jenny is trying to do is gonna make Aaron more annoyed at Jenny and therefore get her out of the race much faster.
She is?
That's a pretty awful thing to do to someone, don't you?
Yes. Yes.
I don't think you've noticed, but Jenny is doing a lot of pretty awful things recently.
Yeah, we're agreeing with the antagonist of this series.
It's no big deal. Really.
If you don't
We
mind
are
me saying.
agreeing with the antagonist because for some reason this is so sloppily written that the antagonist has a point.
Yeah, to be honest, like if Kathy and Aaron actually did get together in an organic fashion, I reckon Kathy would actually, probably tone down the Yandere. She still would have the flaw of like getting jealous herself, same way that Jenny would. But we'd be able to criticize that as well at leisure. She'd actually be able to play it cool around him and actually treat him like a normal person, for the most part at least.
Both seem kinda miserable
Still not perfect, but better than Jenny.
together.
Which at the start of this series, I didn't think I would say because Jenny was such a nice and supportive person who actually went out of her way to help other people when she made a commitment to them, even if it actually got in the way of what her original goal was in the case of, wooing Aaron.
Okay,
So,
Jacob,
yeah, Jenny
here's
has
my
already been ruined.
Okay, Jacob, here's my theory. At some point during this season, either due to fan backlash or aphmau not liking the protagonist she wrote, she decided to switch gears from having a passive background protagonist to having an active foreground protagonist. And she's kind of suffering because she can't exactly drop Kathy. She can't exactly drop the first antagonist she made for this series entirely.
No, especially not when you create a new one. That's what second seasons are for. Just resolve the first plot and then try a new one. It's not like this was doing, bad by aphmau's views at the time or anything. It's not like these
So,
other shows that she
aphmau-
cancelled because the ratings weren't good enough.
aphmau accidentally pigeonholed herself into two different antagonists and didn't have any real plan for dealing with them both at once.
I think she might have also run into a similar issue that she ran into with Kai and Ian from back in the day. that she wanted to create more romantic tension and divide the fan base a bit. Really remind them that Aaron and aphmau are always going to be endgame, and no matter what alternate universe, and no matter what season, and no matter what anything. So, enjoy these pairings for now, but remember that
They're temporary.
yes, either
Aaron and
very
aphmau
or
are
I will
endgame.
eventually ruin them. I'll eventually take it upon myself to make one of them a twist villain, one of them, just a toxic guy in the first place, and another, in this case, have 41 red flags we are now? I think we are. So
Yeah, 41 red flags. And
yeah.
that's only in, like, what, a handful of episodes? A
Which can I just
fistful,
say,
maybe?
that tactic of dividing the fan base and then forcing them to have to agree with the end game at the end, that's what Stephanie Meyer did.
Stephanie Mayo.
Yeah, Stephanie Mayo, exactly. On one hand you have Tedwood Culinary, the other one you have Keiko Black Coffee, and you have the two divided fan bases. What do? Make Keiko just the worst individual ever, so that Tedwood, seems like, just overall saint-like by comparison. Ignore the fact he wants to sleep.
Even though if you read Midnight Sun, it actually confirms the fact that Edward and Bella are not the good pair. He thinks about her hair a lot for some reason. What is that? What's with romantic couples and hair?
Okay, I've been watching this one. I think she's a TikToker, but I've been watching her on YouTube Shorts. So I guess one YouTube Shorts that that's been doing a few recreations of scenes, but based on the internal thoughts of Edward versus Bella in the exact same scene in Twilight versus Midnight Sun, and just going through the comparisons.
Like, he thinks about a couple things. Like, there's more happening in his head than in Bella's head, and I don't understand.
Which is not surprising. It's not that doesn't
Maybe
surprise me at all.
Or maybe Jacob can't read Bella's thought because Bella is just too head empty.
that honestly could be it. Maybe that's why she was, a brick wall.
If I were your girlfriend, I would have treated you better.
What?
All I'm saying.
Oh, now I'm remembering that meme. If I
no
was your girlfriend, I wouldn't let you leave without something tied around your sleeve. I can't remember the song. And I think we've lost connection with Ghosty. Yep, Ghosty's died. Ghosty became a ghost, so I guess we'll check in later.
I'm back. I just had
there we go.
I had some connection issues for no reason.
Okay, I don't know what you were saying.
Like, for some reason, there's more happening in Edward's head than in Bella's head.
I guess if I ever get around to doing a song for Kathy, I've got to do Overly Attached Girlfriend now. Wait, no, that matches Jenny. What am I talking about? I don't know. I'll work it out.
I don't know. Their names both end in Y, and I get them confused.
It doesn't look like either of you are.
Oh, I guess that's why they became friends. Jenny, Kathy, Betty. They all have E's, and that was their connection.
I'll see you around.
Why is our main antagonist Sorry, I can't say main antagonist because she's been demoted.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Why is our secondary antagonist the one with the points?
Yeah, and not only that, but she's again still just so effective because now she's made Aaron consider what she said and watch her leave. She's been waiting for that moment and building up to that for 27 episodes now. it's amazing to me that Kathy is way better as an antagonist than a lot of the other MyStreet ones are, without ever explicitly being seen to do anything. Like you don't like. I've been looking into I think I saw someone mention something about how twist villains are done, and how they're only satisfying when you have like actual, you know, when you have like actions that they've done previously, or either or some sort of hint, or you actually like hate them enough in the first place. But the odds would do that, you have to see the effects that they have in the first place, and also be around for long enough for it to be significant. It can't just be, oh, it was just some girl that was sending out these things, or like, oh no, it was the RA from episode 1.
God.
Yeah. That's where a few bits of Scooby-Doo fail sometimes, where they introduce the villain like super early, and then you just forget about them as they go along. It's like, oh yeah, of course, it was that person.
Like, I think this season had had a good example of a twist villain. If only they stuck to that twist villain and didn't introduce, the other one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Aaron has only one more year of college left, even though we don't know what his degree is.
Wait, say that again. I everything started glitching for me.
Like, I think everything's packed into this one season, because this is Aaron's final year of college, even though we have no idea what he's actually going to college for. What even is his degree? What is aphmau's degree? What are they
Technological
going to
stuff.
college for? No, I'm not accepting that as an answer.
Okay, so in the case of I found out that apparently with American colleges, like, you don't tend to declare your major at first when you like sign up for them. That you can like declare that later on. Because over here, you sign up for a particular course, and then you're on that course, and that's when you get
Yeah,
the degree up.
that's how it
It's nice
works.
and simple, but
That's how it works at most colleges and universities here. Like, when you sign up with your major in mind, and
yeah,
have a
I've
handful of minors you can pick and choose from.
I would have thought so. I've just been seeing. I've just been seeing that. I've mentioned this before. There's a show called The Sex Lives of College Girls that is about
Don't
college.
trust Yeah,
So
don't trust TV for accurate depictions of culture.
yeah, because like one of them says in that one, like, I'm declaring my major now. Like, oh, okay. What were you doing the whole time before this?
Like, truth is, when you sign up for college, you pick a major. And you
Right.
also, like, have some minors you can choose from. Like, you're going for a business major. There's a couple of classes associated with business, one of them being communications. And then if you want, you can go through a minor alongside your major, like if you want to minor in business studies while you major in business. And there you go, you're off to the races.
Yeah,
Happy
that makes way more
colleging.
sense. Yeah, aphmau is again doing the thing which doesn't really specify any classes or anything. It's kind of like how we ever hear like what everyone else's jobs are, despite the fact that it comes up as a recurring question. I'm not exactly gonna sit here and be like, oh, I've answered every possible question about what people actually do and
Like,
things that they're interested in for every single character. But yeah, a few of them is like, what exactly do they do all day? Depends.
like, I have a theory as to what their majors are. Well, I have a theory as to what Aaron's major is. We don't ever see aphmau attending classes, do we?
No, we don't. We also never see what her job actually is in season 1, which was supposed to be revealed and was built up as a mystery in the literal first scene of the first episode.
It was, wasn't it? I think Aaron's major is literally computer science. It's just aphmau skips past the boring parts, which is him actually being in class.
Yeah, because you can't have can't have a series set in a school or a place of education and educate people. No, you can't see that part. That being said, if I end up covering college in the musical, I'm going to struggle a lot. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, for now, I guess to wrap this up, I need to actually declare my leave I drink for today, and that, of course, is going, surprise, surprise, to the most standout antagonist slash villain in this episode, our very own Kathy. Because even though the episode's called Xavier's plan, it's Kathy's plan that we see more of and is more effective here.
Why are we watching this season crumble as it goes on?
Because what else can we do? I made a solemn vow I was gonna get through all of these, which incidentally means that my last ever episode of 5 years later is going to be that Phoenix Drop Days finale, unless aphmau actually pulls through and given the mystery with that with that unreleased video, whatever, actually does a different role play. That's gonna be the ending.
Yeah. The news is that aphmau's stories, that channel has unprivated all of its videos. You can
All
find
of them.
now. Yes.
All of them.
Even one of them by accident.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. There's people have made videos about this subject. Yeah, Reddit Out has got one out.
Yeah. I don't think it's anything big. Only time will tell. But I think they are finding new voice actors for some of the MCD cast, if that's the case.
Oh yeah, I guess they were because either time has passed or just.
Yeah, that, and we know your pal Ross isn't part of Catface anymore. Hasn't been for a good handful.
Wait, do you reckon that's why only Kenma's voice was different in that privated, unprivated video?
Yeah, I think when I looked at that clip, when someone showed it to me, I was like, well, only Kenma's voice is gone. But that makes sense. They're finding another voice actor since your pal Ross isn't part of production anymore. They need to find somebody else to fill that set of shoes if they're going to create anything going forward.
Maybe
Especially if Kenma is any part of it.
maybe they're spreading that video around so they can see. So because obviously that video of that person's they're not even reading the line really intently or anything. It's just oh no, Zane, how could you do such a thing or something.
I know they're
that
reading
might be
it.
that might be
for
passing it
production
around
purposes.
to voice actors to see what they can do to match that, and they just happened to, when they were saying the link over, they had to, I don't know, instead of make it unlisted so someone can access it without having to add their account, they said
accidentally
public for a
made
few
it
seconds.
public. Yeah, I think they accidentally made it public.
Oh, does that mean I'm missing out on the chance to be cast in Minecraft Diaries? Gosh darn it. Okay, if that theory is correct, I'm gonna be like, sign me up. I don't care. I'll find a good enough mic for this. That's worth it. Okay, well, theories aside, anything else to say to wrap up this episode other than how we've referenced the downward spiral? Yes, that this has all had the unintentional effect of the decline of Kathy as getting attention, and all of the rumors and everything has unintentionally made it so that aphmau actually is able to somewhat recover from what's happened. Again, I think the only reason she didn't tell Aaron is because she knows how much he worries and how over the top his responses to her being in danger tend to be. You know, right down to breaking someone's property that one time. So yeah, that was they weren't even friends by then. So imagine what they do now. Like, or I guess the more obvious example would be commuting all the way down to a high school, breaking into said school, and proceeding to beat up a high school student. So, yeah, if Aaron gets involved, he gets involved, and aphmau knows that. So I think that's really why she's getting better. But yeah, much rather have him believe that it's period related than anything else, because that's just way easier to define.
I'm so mad at this season. I hate it. But I don't hate it because it started out so good.
Exactly, it's that lasting impression, you know. It's what you leave on. Maybe that's why everyone remembers the ending and always like talks about how the ending ruins certain things. And then when I'm like, oh, but what about this episode where this happens? Like, oh yeah, I enjoyed that one. Okay, great. And this one, oh my goodness, that was a great one too. I just keep going through that.
This is
It's always like you're, and then we watch it
this
back. You're expecting the ruining part afterwards, and you can't enjoy it as well. Maybe.
also this has become my second least favorite season.
Wow.
It has
Xavier's
so
done more
many
damage to,
problems.
you know, Xavier's done more damage to you than he's had done to Aaron then.
Like, this series was great. It had a lot of potential. And then Xavier was introduced, and everything just went downhill really quickly.
The disadvantages of not giving yourself enough time to plan these things through, I guess. Just like, oh, let's just throw this other thing into the mix, and then
That's a
not
simple
really having.
solution. Have more than one season.
Yes, and also the other solution would be just, you know, give more time between episodes, which has been happening. I haven't done a 5 years later episode in like 2 weeks, which is why I forgot about the red flag counter in this episode. Like, I just generally didn't remember we started that meme at all, because it's been that long. So clearly now, either more thoughts was going into trying to solve this, or I guess maybe aphmau had a different roleplay around the same time, and I'm forgetting that they ran concurrently. That's also entirely possible. Because I have been avoiding the other aphmau roleplays on purpose, so I can actually, you know, genuinely post some stuff on YouTube and not just be on Twitch every other day. So
Be eternally on Twitch.
yeah, or well, I should say exclusively, because technically I'm on Twitch every day because all the gacha reviews go on here too. But whatever, you get the idea. So yeah, if that is the case, that it's always about the lasting impression, that's why, and that's how people leave off watching aphmau stuff. Maybe forgetting about Falcon Claw University is the best way to enjoy it. Who knows? Maybe some part of all of our brains collectively like severed it out, so that then maybe one day we come back and be like, "Huh, this wasn't so bad after all." Until of course we commit to going through the whole thing. Remember? Oh wait, yes, it was.
It wasn't that bad. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, the human brain was not equipped to do a 4-year-long project, you know, doing live reviews of Minecraft roleplays on 3 different platforms. That's just science right there. I don't even need to major to figure that one out.
At this
do it anyway.
point, like, I'm not even upset. I'm more disappointed in this season. It started out so good, and then
Are you watching this, Aiden? Looks like you were right after all.
it's very disappointed. I'm tempted to DM Aiden and be like, "Hey, you were right. This is This is literally that bad.
We've got 3 more episodes, Ghosty. It's okay. It's okay. Look, we got through season 2, set the start and middle of season 4, and also some of the rough plots of any of the other ones, really. Anything to do with Sylvana as well, we also got through. Which, now I'm saying all that stuff out loud, it's a really good portion of my favorite show of all time that I just don't enjoy, which is, interesting. Oh well, I guess I have to go back and watch more Cuddly Hooker then, because that was the thing that had the #1 spot until MyStreet. So maybe I have to go back to my roots. Oh well, we'll sort that out at some other point. For now, I guess I'll say, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and subscribe if those already. Subscribe to Ghosty as well, and also I think the next episode. I know what day it is. Oh, this is what I was saying. So, you know how this episode was called Xavier's Plan?
Yeah?
The next episode is called Expose the Ultima, which means that the title of one video is Xavier's Plan, but the title of the following one is literally Xavier's Plan. You see how redundant naming this episode was, considering he had almost nothing to do with the plot.
Like, maybe, like, we need to come up with an alternate title for this episode.
You know what? Maybe maybe when I rename the stream, I'll just rename it to whatever we come up with right now and just never address it again.
What should be the alternate title for this episode, Jacob?
I don't know.
Let's just name it Red Flags.
Yes. Okay. We'll do that. Perfect. And people watching through, there's some people who only ever watch 5 years later. They don't watch the original videos. Which, by the way, support the visual release. That's not what I'm trying to do to detract from anyone. But some people just enjoy the review experience and don't watch the aphmau content like as it was intended, but they mostly watched, the one with all the pauses and all the making fun and all of that stuff.
Maybe we should call this Jenny's Red Flags.
I guess wait. Yeah, Jenny's Red Flags or Red Flags would be more catchy. I don't know. Either one, but I just mean that, the people who only watch 5 years later and haven't seen the original or won't ever go see the original, if they ever look up the titles, they're just going to be
They're
so
going
confused.
to be very confused.
Someone's going to see in the YouTube algorithm, Red Flags, F's University 27, and then be like, oh, it's a review. Okay, let's look up Red Flags episode 27. Just never find it. Just straight up doesn't exist. Oh, well. And it will only be addressed an hour into the video. And by that point, there's no turning back. Anyways, there's no turning back on this series either. So I guess next time we shall be exposing the Ultima, and we shall be doing that on March the 7th. Same time, same place, 5 years later. Until then, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. I did that part already. Dang it. Anyways, on that note, until next time, farewell.
Support the original release.